or not, then welcome to my channel. My name is Stefania if you're new here. So today we are going to be talking about new makeup releases, things that I am eyeing, things that I'm just like, no, you don't need that. All that good stuff. It's been a while since I've done these just because, you know, everything going on. I just needed a break from it, especially, you know, my wallet needed a break, work slowed down, like, you know, it's been a tough year. So anyways, let's jump into this video and talk about some new makeup. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. So Denise America is, I've actually never tried anything from the brand, but she released a highlighting palette and I am interested in it. It looks really pretty. Again, highlighting palettes are just, highlighters just get me. They just do. Even though so many of them look the same, there's just something about them where I'm always just like, yes. Like I immediately put it on my face and I'm like, by the way, this makeup look is on my channel now, but enough about that. But yeah, I've been looking at the palettes. They're not horribly priced. They're $42 each. I'm on Trendmood's page. But my thing is like, I can't, even though I've really gotten more into cream products, which I used to like be super against, highlighters, I have a few cream ones and I don't like them. Like I have the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops and I have the, what was that called? The Kevyn Aucoin highlighting balm. And I find that with most of the actual highlighters, they're very sticky. And like highlighter isn't something I usually go in and set after. So to me, like, especially if I have my hair down, I can't take it, especially when it's like stuck. Your hair gets stuck to your face like that. So I'm kind of like, I want to see more before I get it just to know how it's going to be. But I do think it looks really pretty and I do want to try things from the brand. So please let me know if you guys have tried anything from hers. But yeah, it does look very, very nice. I also couldn't really find swatches, like actual swatches. I need swatches, especially now that we can't swatch in store. I'm just like, swatches now are more important than ever. But yeah. There's a lot coming out that I'm just like, ooh. One of the things that Morphe is coming out with a Coca-Cola collab. No. I'll pass on that. I also, although I'm someone who doesn't really get that excited for Morphe collections, just personal preference. I just have a lot of makeup and their shimmers and formula, they work, but they're not by any means my favorite. So I kind of just skip over them. But yeah, I'm not thinking about buying anything, even though I do love black and red packaging. I really do. But no, not going to do it. It's also so weird to like start seeing ColourPop pop up again. Like I feel like we had such a nice little pause and now I'm just like, oh, it's back. But they've done some restocks. There hasn't been anything I've been like super interested in. And then P. Louise is another miss not miss, but like I'm not going to buy right away. They came out with a new collection. It has a palette. It has the base shades. Some of the base shades though look so pretty that I would so be about because they're neutrals and peachy tones. And I could see myself really, really enjoying that. They have a little palettes that came out and I hate it when palettes aren't organized. And that just really doesn't matter how pretty it is. It just makes me not want to get it. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't like it when things are just like placed in there. It just looks messy to me. And honestly, I just don't need any of those. But if the bases come to a Morphe store where I could swatch, well, I don't think we're allowed to swatch anywhere. Well, if they come to the Morphe website, I guess maybe I would consider getting a few of the base shades. I use the base shade today on my eyes, but I just have like the natural one. And to be honest, I like it, but it's not anything where I was like, oh my gosh, everybody was so right and it changed. No. I honestly feel like the ABH primer I got, I actually like a little bit more than the P. Louise one. But like I said, the colorful ones are pretty cool, so maybe I will indulge in that in a future date, but not today. Drunk Elephant is coming out with a micellar water. I'm not a huge micellar water person in general. Also, I kind of stopped buying from Drunk Elephant. I would say like the only product I've tried from them, the baby facial has been my favorite product. And then everything else I just feel like it's a little overpriced for what it is, especially now that I've gotten into Korean beauty. I just don't think price-wise, like my eyes are opened where I'm like, okay, I don't need to spend that much money. So for me, that's an easy skip. I really haven't purchased anything from Drunk Elephant in quite a long, long time. Not to say that I wouldn't, but it's not something that draws my attention anymore. Like I'm usually just like, meh, all right. KKW came out with a classic collection, the second classic collection, so classic 2. The eyeshadows, I haven't bought a KKW eyeshadow in, I have the one Mario palette and that's it, so it's been years. I'm just not that intrigued by KKW other than the lip products. So all the lip products in this collection look stunning. Not so much the lip gloss, but the actual lipstick shades, I feel like she does a good job. They are like right up my alley for what I like. I still don't love the packaging of them, like that clear, all clear packaging just makes me feel like it shouldn't be a luxury price point. But again, I think that's a personal preference, but I do think she does a really good job on those. The lip pencils, like I do want some. So I'm not going to buy them right now, but I do really, really like them. And then speaking of the Kardashians, Kylie and Kylie Jenner are coming out with a collection with Kylie Cosmetics. I'm interested to see what it is. It hasn't shown what it is yet, but I'm also like, Kendall doesn't even wear makeup. Like, so it's kind of weird to me that they're doing a collection together. And I guess once you do it with the other ones, you know, if I was the sister, I'd be like, what about me? You know, I do that to mine all the time. So I get it, but I also am interested to see what it comes out with, considering she doesn't really seem to be the one that's into makeup at all. So we'll see. We're not going to say no right off the bat, but you know, that's how I feel about it. And then let's see, Dragon Beauty is coming out with some lipsticks. That again is a pretty easy pass for me. I'm not into the brand, but I haven't tried anything from the brand, and I just right now I'm trying to look for smaller brands to bring awareness and support. And so for me, I'm just like, unless I'm super intrigued by something or I really trust a brand already, I'm trying to not buy from those at the current time. Speaking of big brands that are coming out with things, Natasha Denona has a whole new collection. And when I first saw the bronze palette release, like just the picture of it, I was like, no, like I really don't need that. And to be honest, like, you know, the smaller palettes, they're good quality, but I do see that there is, like, the more I use them, the more I'm like, the bigger pan eyeshadows have something different in there. I don't know if we're convincing ourselves in our head, but I do feel like it's a little bit different. I do want the collection though. Even though I have the gold palette, which to me, I'm just kind of like, I mean, I guess you're at the point where if you release a collection every few months, what are you going to go with? And like I said, I think especially luxury brands like Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, gold is just their theme. And I always say, like, I'm not a huge gold person. Even though I like the way it looks on my lids, I'm at the point where I'm like, there's a gold in every palette. And like this one is the gold and bronzy. So even though I think I like that it's at a cheaper price point than $65, there's something about it to me where I'm just like, yes, no, yes, I need to try that, even though I kept convincing myself no. It does have like one weird like purple tone in there that I'm not about. I'm just kind of like, I would never really put that in there. But okay, all right. Like for me, especially when it comes to like, this is like a summer collection, you know, I'm just like, I'd rather have you put like a brighter pop in there than like not a bright blue. We have enough of those. Or pink. Blue and pink. They're overused. But the dark purple, I'm a little bit like, which I could be wrong about. We'll see what the swatches look like. But do I think it's going to be unique to my collection? No. Am I probably going to get it? Yes. I don't know if I'm going to do the bronze, like, actual cheek palette, though. The bronze cheek face glow palette. That I'm waiting to see swatches on. I just feel like we're at the point where I'm like, yes, I understand that more is more and we don't need extra packaging. But at the same time, like, I wish you would come out with 2 of every release. At least 2, because skin tone wise, there's always a shade in there that does not work for anyone. Like, I was going to say that doesn't work for me, but really for anyone, right? Like, nobody's all these skin tones. to me, I'd rather not see like a palette that's like, oh, it's inclusive because it has one shade for every skin tone. I'm like, well, yeah, but then we're not getting use out of the whole palette. So if she could do a few, I would much more appreciate that, to be 100%. I just think we're in that age now where we're like, no, we need variety. Like, we don't need one palette. We need at least a few when you're coming to like actual complexion products. So for me, I'm gonna wait and see swatches. She hasn't posted them yet. I'm not saying I won't get it. I do love her other bronze face palette. I do really like that and I get a lot of use out of it. But this one, I'm still like, I don't know. I also wish she would kind of, if she wasn't going to change the shades, I think I would rather have it be like a highlight, a bronzer, and a blush in there. That I think would be nice, and that's kind of how I use the bronze palette. Like I use one of the tones as an actual bronzer, and then I can use the highlighting ones. But just something a little bit different to where you're not feeling like you can only use one highlighting powder, you know? Because some of them, I know the last one said cheek palette, but I use them all as highlighters. I didn't like any of them for cheeks on me just because I don't like shimmers in my cheek products. So I know there'll be some people that really like it, but we'll see. I'm on the fence about it. Chances are, you guys know I do a lot of Natasha Denona over here. So let's wait and see the swatches before I say I'm not gonna get it. I'm just saying I wish she would start coming out with 2 at a time. All right, I would say the other collection that I'm very, very excited about, I think more so than the other ones, is the Patrick Ta collection. It's the Major Headlines collection. I will say though, I mean, Patrick Ta, like coming out of the gate, he was pricey. So I don't think that I'm like, oh my gosh, he's overpricing things now. But, you know, the lipstick for me was the one where I was like, what? Like, he's charging, per lipstick is $34. By the pictures, though, I will say the packaging actually looks nice. It looks like luxury packaging, so I appreciate that. I hate it when there's lipsticks where I'm like, no, like, you're not giving me anything special here. But for the most part, I think Patrick Ta, I like his collections. I like that, you know, they're not overly done. It's not, you know, like this time it comes with more than what it usually does, which is blush, and it has a cream blush and then the matte brush. Matte, blah, blah, blah. I just did the Wayne Goss brush video, so now it's like in my head instead of blushes. But the blushes look so nice. She's So La, like the neutral shades, yes. And the orange, yes. I have been really digging like cream complexion products other than highlights. So I'm actually really excited about the collection. The lip liners, I mean, I don't really need a bright orange lip liner, even though I like orange lipstick. So we'll see what I end up getting out of it, but the blush pans look so pretty. And I do love Patrick Ta's like products. It will be interesting to see because these look like they're going to be intense, whereas his other blushes are very subtle. So we will see how that goes, but I am excited for the collection in general. Like, I'm liking him as a brand more and more, as long as I like that it's like steady paced. And it seems like he actually thinks about what the collection is. I like how involved he is. I think he really does do a lot on his own for the brand, and so I appreciate that. I'm not seeing too many other things. I did skip out on the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I'm not like... Charlotte Tilbury, I bought the new bronzer, but it's not something I buy from a lot. Like, there has to be a product that really, really gets me in to pay that price point. And even though I like her lipstick formula, it's... The shades didn't even like really appeal to me at the time. They're like very much like Your Lips But Better. And for me, I'm not a Your Lips But Better person. I like light pinks. I like beiges. I like peach. I don't necessarily like go for that look. Like, if I wanted my lips, I would just have my lip color. I don't like it, you know? So I don't hate it either. It's just, you know, it's not my favorite. So that's why I kind of skip on those tones. If you guys ever, I don't think you've ever seen a rosy tone lipstick on me. So those are kind of an easy pass. The only other release that I got excited for was Lawless is coming out with blush as well. I think I will skip out on these. They're not too bad. They're $29 a piece. Lawless, I have been liking the lipsticks a lot, but they're one of those brands where I always like it, but I think it's just a hair overpriced for what it is. So I kind of am like, even though these look pretty, I'm not like sold on them. It'd be something I'd want to see in store, but they do have some really pretty tones in there. But I've also bought a lot of blushes lately, and I'm talking about the Patrick Ta blush. I just bought the Lunar Beauty blushes. I only have one face, you know, so I'll think about those in a later time. Like, I think they're worth it if you get them on the sale, but not full price. That's what I usually do with Lawless. I'm like, I'm gonna get you on a sale. So that's pretty much it. Like, those are the things I've been really, you know, eyeing. There hasn't really been too much that I'm interested in. I'm trying to like go on Instagram less and less so that I don't suck myself into something like buying expensive brushes from Wayne Gloss. But yeah, that is it for me. What are you guys interested in? Like, are you guys buying makeup right now? Are you kind of taking a break? Like I said, I know everyone's going through a tough time right now. And then at the same time, I think there's people like me that are being, you know, like, makeup helps me feel better, you know, and like, I'm trying to get out of that mindset for sure. So just know I'm there with you. But luckily I am back at work. Thank God. But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Like, I think this whole break made me realize even more, like, hey, you gotta take it easy here. Not super easy, but easier, you know. So that is it for me, though. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think about picking up? What are your thoughts? All that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.